Okay. Awesome. Okay. Scrat, can you tell us about Installa Luce?
Installa Luce Sanitatum is a druid of the Boros. He does believe in the Boros, their stuff, justice and all that, yes. But mostly just tries to bumble along, really, get things done, get paid at the end of the day. Quite troublesome in this last episode when we were in some pleasure dome, but no, I'm enjoying my magics, and I enjoy, seeing good people do well and bad people do bad. Well, I don't enjoy seeing them do bad. I enjoy seeing them brung low.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so today's game's going to be a little bit of a more somber beginning. The four of you have been called to see Commander Yasmin, who is Installa Luce, and Sizzy, who is kind of like the top tier in your particular field office. He's been the one. Okay. Commander Yasmin's been the one disseminating your orders for the last few missions. And now I need to turn that. There we go. And he has called you to one of the rooftops of the barracks, one of the Boros barracks, and he's asked all four of you meet him on this rooftop, which is kind of odd, but yeah. So he has beckoned you, and all four of you are ascending a stairwell leading up to the top of one of the Boros barracks. It's rather tall in comparison to all the other buildings in this region. I'd say you're probably in Precinct 2. Probably in Precinct 2 right now. And actually, here I could give you just a smidgen. Just a little smidgen. Crap. Here we go. There you go. Try to roll 20 is not cooperating. All right, don't mind that picture. That's nothing. It's not sliding you guys over very well. There we go. Okay. So, where would you guys be at? Precinct 2, I believe. I guess it's not that important, but yeah, you're somewhere down around Precinct 2. That's right. And you ascend up to the rooftop, and you see Commander Yasmin standing over by the edge of the building with his leaning his arms on the edge of the roof, and he's just staring out across the city. There's a light breeze blowing, and he doesn't. He could hear you open the door, to the roof, but he doesn't turn to acknowledge you, and he's just staring out across the city. It's late afternoon now. The sun has begun setting, so it's got that nice golden glisten across the city right now. It's a very, very peaceful and clear day, though a slight breeze is blowing, especially up at this height. And he's just leaning, staring at the city.
I just sort of walk forward.
As Sizzy, as you walk up, he sees you beside him, and he turns to you a little bit. Thanks for coming.
You wanted to see us, sir.
Kind of looks over his shoulder a little bit. Ah, yes. Sorry. A little distracted. It's actually quite beautiful, isn't it? And he gestures towards the city. You can see all like the sandstone buildings. Some sandstone, some normal stone. He's like, it's hard to believe that, beneath such beauty can be such ill intent sometimes,
Aye, a beautiful facade can often hide decay beneath. Yet, how can we overcome should we not have something to overcome?
I agree. My sentiments. Exactly. Well, I know this was quite an unusual meeting for us here. I need all four of your help. He turns around now and faces all of you and kind of has his hand still, he's like leaning back on the roof. He looks a bit torn. He's also a man in like his mid-50s. He has a like light brown skin. He has a graying, very well kept beard going, and short hair, and he's looking around at you. Look, I ask you here because I need your help, but it's not a sanctioned mission. And as far as I can tell, the four of you are the only ones I could trust with this that won't take advantage of the situation. So I owe my life to a friend many times over. We went separate ways years ago. He went to the Azorius, I went to the Boros, but we've been friends since before that. And he is an Azorius officer. And he asked a favor of me that I now pass down to you because I don't believe I could get it done, especially not myself. And I have to keep this off the books. I'm too well known around here to do anything off the books and not have prying eyes tell on me. My friend's son has been, I don't want to say abducted because that's not true, has been tricked, coerced by the Orzhov. His child has been tricked into bargaining with the Orzhov, who apparently have no fucking standards and will gladly bargain with a child. So his child has bargained with the Orzhov and has lost, has gone into debt and has lost. And as some of you may know, with the Orzhov, you don't just owe them in life. If you can't pay, they will take your soul. You will live in the Ghost Quarter and you will continue to work past your biological life. They have his son and his son's soul, which will soon be escorted to the Ghost Quarter and begin to repay that debt that was not paid back. He came to me in tears, my friend that is, begging for my help, knowing that he can't, as an Azorius. It is an agreement, so there's nothing he can do by law. I need something above the law. I need you to help me help him. I'll be forever in your debt.
How old is this child?
I didn't ask his age. He just said his child. I don't know. He's a human, so not that old.
A minor. Well, this has got to be some nasty business.
Yes, because the problem with this is that they're not doing anything illegal. The child signed on the paper, got the money, and just was not I don't know. He was unaware of the arrangement. He found out after his investigation, after his child went missing.
Do we have any idea where he is right now?
Commander Yasmin takes his hands off the corner of the building and he turns. And he holds his hand out and points across the city. And he says, "Do you see that large stairwell over there in Precinct 1? It's probably 3/4 of a mile away. There's this large stairwell that goes up, and then there's a platform, and there's nothing up there." And he says, "As most of you probably know, that's not always just stairs. Come nightfall, there will be a spire that appears at the top of that stairwell. At that spire, there will be a gatekeeper. It is called Mist Spire. That gatekeeper will be holding the child's soul. At least for, I don't know how long it takes until the order comes through for them to ship those souls to the Ghost Quarter. But that's where we'll need to go."
if it's the right thing to do, I don't see there really being a question about it. Nor a matter of debt, come to that.
Yeah.
I do have a question, though. The way you make it sound, is his soul separated from his body right now?
I think at the stage that the Orzhov have it, it's one and the same for the moment. Once it goes to the Ghost Quarter, the body becomes forfeit, and the soul turns to spirit and resides in the Ghost Quarter forever.
Well,
Now,
okay.
the first question I must ask. Yes, of course, we want to help your friend and save this poor, unfortunate soul. However, do you require us to not save the other souls?
There are many souls for many reasons there, and some of them are there by choice, some of them are there by bad bargaining. It is impossible to tell, nor could we ever go and free all these souls that were done injustice. There's just too many, and many more each day. So we have to pray that the folks of the city make better choices and not deal with the Orzhov. But by law, they know how to work around the law to do things that are moral but not illegal. So it is just this child, young Gregor, that we need to rescue. That I must rescue. Please help me.
Aye, I can keep this focus.
I'm in.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do.
That goes without saying.
I mean, this child seems like he was maybe misdirected or just coaxed into taking this deal.
Absolutely.
Only
It's
right
not-
that we put it right.
It's never a good thing to get tricked into usury. So
Yeah, I don't know the reason, but yes, this is not the first case of the Orzhov taking a child, especially a child of an official of an opposing guild. The Orzhov and the Azorius are constantly at each other's throats. So it wouldn't surprise me any for this to be a political move. But it matters none. I owe him my life, and I will gladly do what it takes to get the child back.
What good is a law if it does not represent true justice?
True
What do you
justice.
say?
Yeah.
True justice can be very subjective, Mr. Senatorum.
On contraire, the world can be very black and white sometimes, right and wrong.
All right and wrong, I agree. Some others' right and wrong is very askewed.
Hence,
I-
we
Cover
are here to
anything in
correct.
enough mud.
Yes. I appreciate all your concern and your candor. And I will make sure that my friend knows each and every one of you who pitched in to help. And this will carry over with you, if not officially, because this is off the books. And the Boros cannot be... Resources can't be pulled from the Boros to do this, but I will make sure that for the rest of your days, you will be acknowledged for this act of bravery and justice.
As it happens, I am actually leaving the Boros for this week. I have a family crisis I need to sort out.
I might have heard something about that on the wind. You know what? This will carry over far after you're gone, Mr. Senator. Gives you a very respectful bow.
Well, you can definitely count on us to be doing exactly what needs to be done to make this right.
And if this is gonna be off the books, just count this as a sick day for me.
Oh no, you all be compensated as normal for the time. I'll just have you on a logistics assignment So don't worry, you will get your just due as far as pay, but the particular mission, please keep under wraps.
Of course.
Doing the right thing is always its own worth in gold.
Aye, that it is. Far more than its weight. Okay, well, head to the Mist Spire. Be there at nightfall. That's when it will materialize. And again, even if you are unable to accomplish this goal, I appreciate every effort in your part. Thank you very much, all of you.
We'll do our best, sir.
I give him a salute.
I'm gonna use my trunk and also salute.
Yes. Snickers a little bit. He's like, not quite as cool as your, yeah. And he turns around and goes back to staring out across the city.
Is there like a railing or parapets of some kind?
Yeah, the parapets are up. It's probably, you can barely see over if you go like this as a goblin. So like 3.5, 4 foot. Yeah. He's not just standing on the edge. No, he's.
Mm-hmm. If it's somewhere around that, then yeah, maybe I might be able to see. Like if I go on my tiptoes and I'm just like. Man.
Yep. You could see everything he was pointing out. It's just you had to look up a little bit.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So the four of you depart. Is there anything you'd like to do as you make your way across the city over to the Mist Spire? No? Okay.
Not at the moment, right?
Nothing in particular.
Okay. It takes, it'll probably take you like an hour and a half to navigate the city, go down, chit chat to people along the way so that it doesn't look too obvious that you're, I'm going on a business, see you later. Just to slowly make your way across. You do have a little bit of time to burn, so if you four would like to grab something to eat quick or something to drink, then you're able to do that. And as the next hour and a half or so pass by and dusk is settling in, you make your way up to Mist Spire. And you go to the base of a set of stairs that don't look too abnormal from here, from the bottom, because it looks like just a set of stairs that there might be a building up top, because it tends to widen. So you just can't see the building. You're just looking at the bottom of the stairs, or the base of the stairs that goes around. So what would you like to do? You're standing at the bottom of the stairwell. It seems to go up forever. And you are at the base of Mist Spire, which is now looks to be a building starting to materialize right before your eyes, above you.
Is anyone willing to carry me?
Of course. This is quite normal for us. Jump on my back and everything will be just dandy.
Last time I asked someone that, they just said, "All right, let's do that. I'll climb up."
Okay, you climb up. It goes back.
Just like holding on.
Yeah. Everyone loves elephant rides. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so you start. The four of you start ascending the stairs. Well, 3 of you start ascending the stairs, and so you are ascending the stairs, and you get towards the top. And as you get towards the top of the stairs, you can see that the spire which was slightly materializing when you were at the bottom, by the time you get to the top, is now just a full, looks like a normal building, a normal spire. It goes up and then tapers in towards the top. One thing that is very unique is that inside the entrance of the spire, it seems to be a hazy greenish blue, almost swirling liquid inside. But before that begins, at the very entrance, you see a ghost. A spirit that is in very thick robes and just standing there staring at you. You see the skeletal face of a human in amongst a shrouded, very heavy cloak. Ethereal being.
Obviously spots us.
Yeah, oh yeah. As soon as you get to the top, he's just absolutely staring at you. He doesn't have facial expressions because of the whole skull thing going on. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just staring at you like the Reaper.
Let's say he just kind of awkwardly walks up and goes, it's alright if we head in there.
You do not want to head in here. Your body would lay there, and you would be stuck. What is your business here?
Well, I'm afraid we have misplaced somebody, and we're just making sure they're all right.
Of course you are. Who is it that you have misplaced?
I just kind of look behind. It's like, should we talk too much?
Dizzy's too busy, like, arching her back like a cat does when they're spooked, on top of Ajoja's shoulders, just like, just before the hissing, like, just not there yet, but you know.
Okay.
We're looking for a child. Was brought in here under less than the best circumstances, and we were just wanting to check on their health.
In what stage of the child's being would you be looking for? What is the child's name? Only a simple name will do. I have a Rolodex of children's spirits.
Okay.
I'm going to turn to my party. If anyone who's engaging him directly, is anyone a little bit further back that I can have a little conversation in the background with?
Yeah, that's us.
This ghost seems to collect child spirits. I do not think we should be talking to it. I think we should be destroying it.
I am of the same opinion. He seems to enjoy taking souls from the young.
I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I don't like him.
Let's see how the rest of the conversation goes, but I'm ready with a freezing spell.
Can I shoot him? I want to shoot him. Can I shoot him?
DM, remind me the child's name again.
Gregor. Gregor of the child of the Azorius officer.
All right. I just turn around. I say, "It can't hurt. We're looking for a Gregor."
You are looking for a fresh, unfiltered soul. Interesting. He has not yet headed to the Ghost Quarter. What is your business with this child soul?
We were sent to check on him, at the very least. Confirm his health. Nothing more, nothing less.
The child has a debt to pay. He has not paid it. He has been paid, but he has not held up his end of the bargain. Therefore, he must go to the Ghost Quarter to work off his debt for eternity.
I understand that, and, well, not looking to get in the way of your business, but we just wanted to check on him. If we could go inside and see him, possibly.
Some kind of weird, like, trying to force laugh out of a ghost figure.
I'm sorry. I tried to laugh. If you go inside, you don't get to come out. Your body will fall limp and your soul will be stuck. There is, however, there is a way. If you were to pay the child's debt with interest, I might be able to part with his unfiltered soul.
What sort of debt are we talking here?
Well,
How much?
the child's debt of monetary value is but small. There is other debts that need to be paid that are worth much more.
Can I use like an insight check or something to like just gauge how likely it is that if we were to enter combat it would go well, or is this ghost like the ghost of some sort of ancient white black dragon that's just You know.
Oh yeah, go ahead and do insight check with advantage because of what you're specifically asking.
Huh, that's interesting. My Zoom's frozen, but I can still hear you all.
Oh yeah,
Let's roll with it, I guess. To be fair, your freeze frame pictures aren't that bad.
Nice.
You all look, you're all smiling. So well done, everyone. It's like you predicted it.
Yeah, some freeze frame can be like, yeah. Weird.
Hang on a minute. Is that me? No, that is genuinely Zoom is frozen. Never mind. Okay. So insight check. Here it comes.
Oh yeah, nat 20. Okay.
Well, 15 and no advantage. I don't think.
No, I gave you advantage.
Oh, did you? Thank you. Sorry, I got so distracted by Zoom.
That's okay. You're asking if this would be feasible to attack this creature and not get killed. If you attack this creature, the things that will come after you will do more than kill you. This is the gatekeeper, essentially. Who drives the ferry across Chris?
Oh,
in mythology.
Oh, Charon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is essentially like as important as Charon. He escorts the souls, the essences of people to the Ghost Quarter. But this is like he has to wait for approval for each of them through the Orzhov for theirs. So this guy is probably close to like a CR 18 maybe ish. And then even if you killed him, the whole Orzhov guild would come after you, and your souls would be trapped forever, and it just wouldn't end well.
Do I get the sense he's trying to screw us over?
You get the sense that Orzhov don't go into agreements that don't benefit them. As far as screwing you over, you'd have to set the terms of the agreement.
Fair enough.
Figure it out.
What is it? Would you like to help me, help you, help him?
Well, if we can't go in there, and you're not going to bring him out here, and you look decently powerful enough.
They wouldn't put me here if I wasn't.
I'll acquiesce to and ask, what would you want done?
Well, you see, not all souls are as easy to acquire as...
Are you freeze framing yourself?
Yeah.
Nice. Very well done.
Sorry.
You really set it off. Very, very well done.
It's one of my special talents. I keep it on.
That was wonderful. Fuck, I forget where I was. Okay.
So yes, there are some souls or essences in certain cases that are harder to acquire than that of a child or a normal person. For instance, there is a vampire that needs to pay his debt. Mr. Valdish Tarat, or Tarat, unsure of the family name, who has been quite fickle in forfeiting his unlife for his debt. We very much would like to collect that debt, as it is much higher than the child's. If you were to collect him and bring him here to face his debt, alive, preferably, that would be very convincing and would assure the freeing of the child's spirit before it hits the Ghost Quarter in... He holds up, no watch because no sundial on his wrist at night. In 6 hours. Would you be up for the task? The 4 of you? Yes, the 4 of you.
6 hours to collect a debt from a vampire.
Bring the vampire here to face his debt.
You all know that vampires are pretty.
Say Wednesday, so he'll be there. Come by the time you could get there. He'll be sipping away, increasing his debt to us, laughing the entire time as the few attempts we've come to collect our debt he has evaded.
What is he in debt to you for?
A extremely large sum of money and wealth. Also power that he has used his wealth to obtain.
And he, the ghost holds out his hand, and a swirling image appears in his hand, and it shows you a very well-dressed gentleman with a little thin mustache, sitting back and conversing with some folks at a table, laughing it up.
Yes, he's there, enjoying the fruits of someone else's labor. Bring him back here, and the child is yours. There is one thing, however. I can't really assure that this soul doesn't cross over before it's time unless I have a placeholder to really anchor it here. One of your souls, as a temporary, a temporary holdover, would very much ensure that the child's soul would not cross over.
Should one of us leave our souls? I'm not very familiar with this. Would we still be able to assist our friends in accomplishing the gathering of this indebted vampire?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you could have all of your functions. It is but a fraction. It is but a placeholder. Should something happen to you and you not accomplish the mission, I can justify why I held the child's spirit here when the order comes in for it to ship out. That's all. That's all.
I shall gladly offer myself.
I'd offer myself up too, but we can do rock,
I'll
paper,
take-
scissors if you want. No,
I'll take 2 if you'd like.
I
I ain't
think my
gonna
soul
fight.
will be sufficient.
I ain't gonna fight you for it.
Excellent. Yes, although I would enjoy seeing the fight, I will gladly take the soul of a wonderful Luxodon. Very few and far between Luxodons dealing with the Orzhov. Please, can I see your hand? Paw? I don't know what it is, but I really want to touch it.
Will they get their soul back when we're done?
Absolutely. When you retrieve the child's soul, bring the vampire, I will give the soul of this lovely Luxodon back to its owner.
I kind of want to insight check that.
Sure, go ahead.
Can I
Okay.
join in on that?
Sure.
As I've asked that question.
I don't like him, but he uses a lot of alliteration, and I do find that strangely appealing.
Natural 12, so 20.
20. Woo! What is yours, Sizzy?
Also 20
Yeah.
total.
You have a feeling that this thing really doesn't feel the need to lie.
All right. Just wanted to
This-
check.
It's very indifferent. It just wants to get things done to please itself. But as far as lying, the Orzhov doesn't really need to lie a lot as much as they can just bend rules to suit their needs. So more than likely, yeah, you're going to get your soul back if you get back.
Nice. Yeah, so just gonna reach on out my hand.
Okay. He just takes a ghostly skeletal finger, and touches the very tip of your hand thing. And you feel a cold essence course from your hand through your arm, and then quickly disperse through the rest of your body as though it was just jetting through your vascular system. And you feel a slightly cold, lingering sensation as you see a reddish pink essence flow from your body back into his hand and appear in his other hand, his open hand, as a floating, almost like an orb with a flicker to it, a pinkish red flicker.
Nice. I believe that Ayuja stands very stoic, and instead of shivering with their body in actual motion, it's more like almost like when you poke Jello, their flesh just kind of goes wah, 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 wah. But they are very much not reacting.
See, just a fraction. It's okay. Relax. This will be waiting for you. And it disappears. I'll keep it in my... He taps his cloak. Pocket. So to speak.
By this point, Susie has sort of, if she was in this motion, she sort of hopped off and crawled over to Instaluce instead, wanting to be as far away from this as possible.
Yeah, you felt that Juja shake underneath you whenever thing.
Nice.
I'd like to do a little bit of investigation. I don't necessarily want to do a roll or anything. I'm just genuinely inquisitive. What on earth? I don't think I've ever seen this before.
What is wrong, sir?
Nothing is wrong. I just find it fascinating.
Would you like to lend a fraction of your soul as well?
How does it feel, Ayuja?
That is a very good question. It is almost as if a soft wind has blown across the empty expanse of my thoughts, whipping up whirlwinds that seem to have infinite and yet null energy. My soul I never noticed before, and yet there is very distinctly a hole, a sucking, turbulent, quivering, gaping void. Quite infinitesimal, actually, and yet it seems to be one of the most important things that I could ever possibly feel.
That sounds like an article I read out of a newspaper the other day. You should join the Orzhov.
I feel that I am in the correct place. However, this specific location on the planet is not where I should be now. There is a vampire to catch and souls to be retrieved.
There is. You should all be on your way if you wish to catch Mr. Tarat at the dojo.
Yes.
Well, shall we away?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Begin making my way back down that big spiral staircase.
You all make your way down the extremely long stairwell, and Joja, you definitely feel different. Not any less capable, but just like you said, cold wind blowing through the expanse.
And that was beautiful, by the way. That
Thanks.
I really hope someone clipped that because damn.
While we're walking down, can I just do a medicine check? If you don't mind, I just want to make sure you're okay. Just make sure you're if you're fine, I'm fine, but I just want to make sure you're in tip-top shape. And I want to try out a medicine check if possible.
If she'll allow it, or they'll allow it.
As long as it does not interfere with our progression, let us go. Check as you will.
It just needs I just need to get a look. And natural 13, so 21.
Holy shit. Yeah, as far as physically wise, Joja is fit as a fiddle. They they are just as they were walking up there.
Well, you look fine. Just let's get you that part of your soul back. Not really sure what to think about that.
Well, all we need to think about is getting this job done. Therefore, let us do it, so that we no longer have to worry about anyone's souls.
You make an excellent point.
Here.
Here. Okay, guys, it's not very far to this dojo, bar, tavern type establishment. As you approach the outside of the building, you can see that it's not in the slums. It's not somewhere where probably just anybody goes to drink or partake in fun. You open up the front door, and it's a very
actually.
Go ahead.
Before we go in, as we're walking, I'd want to reach out to my companions. Does anyone know how to catch a vampire?
Can I do a religion check for that? I think that'd be up my alley.
Sure. Yeah, you can go for the... Mm-hmm.
Either that or an Arcana check, if that would help either.
I believe we both need accelerated Arcana expanders that sit on your backpack. You never cross the streams, but it takes 2 of you to hold it, and then 1 of you...
Yeah. Go ahead and do the... Which either roll. Was that?
Arcana. I'll do Arcana, that's better. A 10, so a 20.
Okay. 20, as far as how to catch it, I mean, it'd be tough. You're probably going to have to knock it out, because if not, it's going to change forms, or you can catch it in some kind of magical bindings. I would probably say, we can even have a Joja. Joja, can you roll me a history check?
History.
Okay. You know that they have such bindings. The Boros could get you such bindings if you went there and asked the right person. It's hard to tell whether you have to sign them out or not, but you can get a hold of those kind of bindings, or you could just knock him out so that he's unable to shift forms. But there's different types of vampires in Ravnica, and not all of them can do the whole bat thing, the whole mist thing. A lot of them are just they either drink blood, or they can actually drink like essence, mental essence, spiritual essence, and a lot of them can't do the whole mist-shaped form thing. Uncertain what degree this guy is, but yeah, you may or may not have other means of restraining him.
Okay. Friends, there is perhaps a way to gain some tools that would assist us in capturing this vampire. However, we do have a limited time frame. Do we feel like we can handle it without trying to acquire these tools, or should we make a slight detour?
We could probably use some tools. tools never hurt. But I do have some abilities that, well, I could definitely scare him a good deal. Could try and I could turn him if that'd probably be the most useful thing right now. But yeah, tools never hurt.
I also have many forms of destructive magics that I could use. However, as we want this creature whole, I would be willing, since it is partly my soul on the line, to take this extra time to get the proper tools.
Insta Luce, can you... Oh, what would you roll? I guess history. If you have any higher history bonus than just a normal intelligence check, can you roll a history check?
I am actually reasonably good at history or religion. Yes, let's have a look. How about a 17 for you?
Okay. Yeah. So as Ayuja might not know, being a newer member for the Boros, you've been around a while, and you know that to get certain items like that, you'll have to sign them out, which will leave a paper trail and a reason for justification to do that. It's not an abnormal thing in the Boros, but it will cause questioning.
Could we go to could we their name was Yasmin, yes?
Commander Yasmin. Yeah.
Could we go to them and try and get around the red tape, or?
There might be a way. I know a clerk.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially get us access to the items without leaving a paper trail. He owes us a few favors.
Yeah, we kind of saved his ass a few times.
At least 3 by my count.
Well, a good time to call in a favor.
I will warn you now, though, he is utterly useless.
And very annoying.
Okay, I will lower my expectations.
Should he get us what we need, he will prove not quite so useless.
That is true. Perhaps it's merely a matter of finding his thing.
If he has
one. And Kyle, I'd like to hunt down Jennings.
Okay. Go ahead and either do an investigation check or a persuasion check as you ask around and try to find Jennings.
Can I guide that, possibly? If they want to add a D4?
Yeah, you can give it. Yeah, go ahead and guidance.
Yeah, I'll cast guidance.
Even with the D4, I'm going to re-roll that using the re-roll that was donated to me earlier by Justin, tweeter of Vecna, whom I never thanked live, but thank you, it's 5 months in a row.
Woo!
Re-roll, re-roll, re-roll. Hey! I'll add the D4 as well, why not? Yeah.
May as well push this over the top.
Hey!
Okay. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, you find... Well, let's just say you find Commander Yasmin. He was actually down and around, being still kind of stoic and contemplative, but you do bump into him in your pursuit for Jennings, and he says, he kind of like snickers a little bit despite himself. We shipped him out after the other day's report that he was in the pleasure house. He's I don't like saying this. He's fucking useless.
That's what I heard. They said that too.
Somebody thought it was a joke to put him with the Boros. I don't know if he pissed somebody off or what the matter was, but he was sent to us to babysit for a while, and he found from all reports that Estella Luce that Sizzy and the others that have actually had him on missions with them, he found no purpose within the Boros. So whoever sent him to us to do whatever must not have got what they were looking for. So he was shipped out. He's no longer in this precinct at all.
Well,
Bother.
But why? What would you need an Azorius scribe for? Or I'm sorry, clerk. My bad on the cleric thing. Just I'll take credit. I'm sorry. I thought he was a cleric, not a clerk.
It's fine.
Should we go to a private place to talk about this? Are we in private right now?
Yeah, he wouldn't be. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You guys are on the street, but there's nobody around.
Yeah, we've made an arrangement to take on. We're going to go after a separate debt that is higher than your friend Sutton's debt, so that we may. We're essentially going to buy out his debt with another higher debt, and we're going after a vampire, and we could use some tools, and we don't want to leave any paper trails.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you, I could get. I don't know if a grounder would help you in this case or not. I'm sure it would help. I can't get you anti-magic shackles without going through equipment, and the quartermaster would have to log the mission it's for and all that. This is not a sanctioned mission, so I cannot get you that. But what I can get you is I do have a grounder in my old locker, and that is typically used for capturing lower level spirits and whatnot for questioning at crime scenes before they pass on. That can be used on a vampire to keep it from phasing, doing certain things. You have to get it very weakened for that to work. But that the grounder should be sufficient to subdue it once it's down.
Well, that would be very much appreciated then.
Excellent. Do you have 10 minutes or so I can go retrieve that for you?
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Please.
Fair enough. And he leaves and goes back to his back into the barracks. Comes back out about eight minutes or so later. And he comes back with it's almost like a hex square. It's about that thick. It weighs about 3 pounds. He says, now when you open it, I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever used a grounder, but they're for like beat cops, a little under your level. But yeah, so you just press the button, throw it down below the creature, and if it is spiritual, undead, ethereal, whatever, it should subdue it if it's weak enough. So you'll have to keep the grounder with you and slowly escort the creature back to where you're going. I don't know if are you going back to the Mistspire?
Most likely.
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to navigate the creature there, so there won't be any hasty retreats once you cast this. Just be aware of that.
Will it limit our movement in any way?
Yes, you'll have to walk. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You won't.
Okay.
You won't. There will
Fair
be
enough.
no running with it, because if you run too fast and the creature is unable to like autopilot walk that speed, you'll break the link if you get too far away.
Okay. All right.
It's like a leash.
This is good to know. Thank you for the warning.
You're welcome. And I mean, so far I have heard no wind of your mission. You four are doing wonderful job, and I thank you for your dedication.
Well, we've only talked to a guy so far. We can still absolutely blow this up. We'll try not to, though.
I hope not.
You worry
looks
too much.
Looks a little concerned at that. I hope not.
We have this firmly under control.
Don't
Okay.
worry, we're a group of brave people who are willing to face anything without trouble. We're not scared of anything, I promise you that.
You look very confident in your explanation.
Yeah, I have reason to say that. Yeah. We're fine.
Very good. Okay, well, please get this done, and I will be forever in your debt.
How much time have we spent so far of our 6 hours?
Traveling, talking, looking around, waiting on Yasmin. About an hour and a half.
Okay. And what theoretic time do we think it would take to get to the tavern and back as things stand now? To the Mistfire.
Yeah, to the tavern and back to the Mistfire, that's going to be probably, I'd say, about an hour and a half, 2 hours total. And that's not including however long you take at the tavern.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So with your soul fragment, he's assured you that you have the full 6 hours. They can't come early and push it out because they have extra payment. So you're good. You have the full 6 hours. But
okay. Friends, I feel like we still have quite enough time to accomplish our goal. However, should our timing become more dire, I do know secret paths underneath the city. If after we grab the vampire, we have to avoid being caught and cannot move quickly, that might be a way to move forward with less interruption.
We can hope that that does sound like a good idea. Let's hope he's open to suggestion, though. Literally, I could cast suggestion on him, and that might just work.
Do you think maybe we should relax this vampire? I mean, I picked up something that I'm not sure I should have picked up before, but it made me feel relaxed when it was used on me. Maybe we can use it on the vampire. It's weird.
Oh yes, I do like that idea. It was very strange, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did it ever get to you, the feather?
No, and I'd rather it not, thank you.
I pull out like this feather.
I trust you to have control and understand how it works.
Yeah, I totally know how this thing works and what it does exactly, and that it will subdue a vampire.
Do you?
That is wonderful to know. It's good to know that you have the ability to calm the rage of a vampire to be more open to suggestion.
Totally.
And I'm just gonna make sure you're confident. You know exactly what that is. I do have a spell for that.
You know, if you'd like to know, just for your benefit, you could cast a spell on this to find out. I mean, I know, but if you'd like to know.
I'll burn a first level spell slot. I'll cast Identify on it.
Okay. It is indeed a Arclight Phoenix feather.
Oh.
And it has been magically modified so that it doesn't just automatically burn and destroy skin. Somehow it I don't know how to put it, as far as it's not its purpose, but its end function is has been to it appears to be slice through something, flesh, and then heal it over. But there is a healing when the healing property turns on, it gives a pleasurable response.
We just hit 10 retweets, Kyle.
Ooh, okay.
Good boy.
Oh, fun.
Okay, so
Very
let's
nice.
let's see. Hosea 1, Sissy 2, Ejoja 3, and Steluce 4. Let me roll a d4 to see who rolls the d20. Okay, Sizzy, I need you to roll a d20, as there is guild activity in the area right now. Since we've there are tweets, we're gonna roll on the guild activity table, which is a d20. And let me pull up the chart.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, I'll roll this here. Sorry. Old habits, man. 4.
F4. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so the 4 of you are standing there, talking with Commander Yasmin, and Commander Yasmin begins to answers your questions, explains to you about the grounder, and he begins to turn to walk away, and a Vidalcan man, Vidalcan are the blue skin, bald-headed, almost elvish in features, creatures in Ravnica, a heavily robed Vidalcan man taps Yasmin on the shoulder, gives him a nod, and Yasmin turns to him and fine. He looks at the 4 of you. Says reports are that you, when Jennings was in your company, you were the one to ensure that he survived, correctly? Am I correct?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah.
You were the one in
Sorta.
charge of Jennings? Okay. You did a very, very good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Which is why it's I'm very confident in my decision. My friend here from the Simic Combine, they have a creature that needs field tested. So I need you to do a bit of further overwatch. Yes, that's what we're going to call it. Overwatch of this creature as it accompanies you into the field.
Oh.
Yeah. You did such a great job with Jennings that I feel very confident that you will ensure that this creature survives this field test so that I may return him back to the Simic Combine. You're okay with that, right?
Yeah, why not? It's such an honor to do that again. Does it talk like Jennings did? Jennings?
No, it does not talk at all.
Okay.
That's a relief.
Yeah, let's see here. Which one is it gonna be?
Oh boy.
We'll go with that one. So, this creature is a Crassus, basically, and an amalgamation of, the Simic, they like to mess around with things. This creature is kind of a mishmash of a few other creatures. It'll be fine. Let's just put it that way. It'll be fine. So, he turns to the Vidalcan. Okay, bring him in. Bring him over. You guys are in the street. So around the corner, a Vidalcan walks with its hand holding this other creature's hand. And the other creature that it's about a 4.5 foot tall creature, and it has it's a quadruped. Like the bottom of it looks kind of like a crab, but only like 4 legs of a crab. And then it has a huge leathery belly, and basically the torso up of a hammerhead shark. Top is a hammerhead shark head with a big bulbous jaw. It's like a very dull looking hammerhead shark. And let's see, what was the other? And it has humanoid hands. So that's what it looks like. There we go. Just to show all the players, if you look in Roll20, it should show you what it is, roughly. Roughly. So
I
it
love
is.
him.
Yeah, but he's like a small version of that. And he's like,
Just like
how many feet tall?
about 4.5 feet.
Okay.
My Roll20 is loading it, but it's like, do you guys remember back in 1995 when you try and download an image and
oh no.
Oh yeah.
Slowly unveiling
Oh.
the time.
Actually saying 1995, it looks like a street shark.
Yeah, I had those toys. You push the thing and then its head comes out. Yes. So, yes. This creature, just bring it with you, please. I may have. It's a sanctioned thing to bring it with you. Though the mission is unsanctioned, as I mentioned. So, I wouldn't go. Don't go bragging around that you went and fought a vampire with a tiny little mutant thing. Please don't do that.
Yeah, of course not.
Okay. I trust you to keep it alive, Sissy.
Of course. It's my job.
It doesn't look like it's been fully percolated long enough, so it might not be as tough as it will be end product.
Does he have a name?
Does he have a name? Vidalkin just doesn't say where. Just no, he doesn't. But you could give him a temporary name. I think he might respond to that.
Call him Bruce.
Perhaps Bon Bon. He looks like a Bon Bon.
Bon Bon. That's good too.
I can tell the Vidalkin. Is that your final answer, Bon Bon?
I'd like to put forward Fentworth Kingsington.
How about Bruce Bonbon Fentworth Kensington?
You might want to keep it. You might want to keep it simple. Look at the thing's face. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it's got a process.
Bon Bon will be fine.
Let's call it B.
Okay. Bon Bon it is.
Bon Bon.
He goes over and quietly talks to the Vidalkin, and the Vidalkin nods and then leans down and whispers at the creature, and then looks at the Vidalkin, stands up and looks at all of you.
Secondary question. What happens? How much trouble will we get in if this thing does not come back in one piece?
I'm putting it in Sizzy's care. I'm sure it'll come back in one piece.
Okay.
Honorable thing to say, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to envision how much shitty of a time we'll have if it doesn't. I'm sure it'll be fine.
That'll be my burden to carry.
Just said it.
I'll be good.
Okay. So the thing kind of scampers over to you, Sizzy, and I guess your guys are like eye level, or maybe it's a little bit taller than you.
It's like 1 foot taller than me.
It looks down at you. It's got like it's got a small mouth and a huge bulbous chin. And it's like, bleh, bleh.
You and I are gonna get along just fine.
Bleh.
Yeah, just stick with me.
Okay, and it's actually kind of quite fast for having little crab legs.
I'm so happy right now.
I love it.
Hooray!
Yes, you rolled on the guild activity chart. It's under the Simic player is tasked with babysitting a Simic experiment.
Horrible experiment.
Oh,
So
great.
okay, so now that we have a new party pet, okay, what would you guys like to do? Yasmin's standing there. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I really hated to push that on you at the last minute, but I've been procrastinating this whole thing for a while. Perfect opportunity."
Do you know, there's been something that I've always fancied, if you'd like to do us a personal favor. I've always fancied myself a collector of equipments for rare species and creatures. Perhaps some vampire hunting equipment would go down well as a sort of souvenir.
Oh, that is a wonderful request. I already given you the grounder.
Yes, but something a little more,
Hunting vampires isn't our norm. In Stellaluce, we don't have a whole division of vampire hunting. There's just too many of them, and they're essentially
I'm sure no one would notice if something special was missing for just a few hours. Wink.
Wink. Well, as far as I'm aware of from your report from the pleasure house, you did manage to get a hold of some kind of magical staff. that will indeed help you very much.
Oh yes, I did get hold of a magical staff, and he looks at his staff for the first time in a little while, as does Scrap.
Maybe reminding you of the +2 staff that you acquired. I mean, that looks like it would serve very well.
Perhaps, yes.
I mean, vampires are vampires. They're not truly mythical creatures. They should be taken down just like anything else.
Well, before another guild comes along and has us babysit their experiments, we should get to work. The clock is ticking.
Indeed. I feel like we have everything we need. Let's sally forth.
Okay, very well. So, you are sullying across the city, and over to the something dojo tavern, and we're back in front of it. You guys have your grounder. You have your simic experiment. You have your fancy feather, your arc-light feather. You have your magical staff. And who's holding the grounder? Jojo, are you the one holding the grounder? I can't. He was talking to you when he was explaining it, so I didn't know who he gave it to or who.
I would prefer not to be the one holding the grounder, as I'm probably gonna get in the thick of things.
I can hold it.
Yeah, that's more of a backup come in after the Vampires Weekend kind of situation.
I'm holding Bonbon's hand.
Yes, his little crab claw.
Yeah. He's just happy as pie, or at least dumb as pie, and just.
I'm just like showing him, like talking about the place, and like pointing to things, and like talking to this cute little creature.
As we walk over, I'll be slipping it little bits of jerky.
Oh yeah. This little mouth. Yeah, snap on him. Be careful. It does have little tiny, like rows of little tiny sharp teeth.
Oh, that's adorable.
I want to keep him. Can we say he died so we can keep him?
I mean, that's up to you. If you know.
Do I want to lose my job over this?
Unemployed, but with a super cool pet.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't lose your job if you're good at hiding it.
You can. So,
It's like having a cat in college, you know?
You guys are bebopping along, and okay. So who wanted the grounder?
I'll take it.
Okay, you say he has the grounder, and it takes an action to use, and they have to roll a, we'll say a wisdom save, or be caught by the grounder. If they are below, well, I'll designate a threshold. The DC will be higher the lower health it is that you try to use it. So like I said, if you can get it to where it's pretty much done, then you have a lot better chance. I'll make its DC like really high.
Okay.
So yes. Okay. So you guys are making your way to the tavern. You approaching the front of the tavern. Is there anything else you'd like to say before you actually go in?
Just make a general perception check to see if I see anything that looks anyone that looks shady or dangerous outside of the building.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
15, so 20.
Okay.
Get right around there.
Okay. You're looking around, and this is a pretty respectable neighborhood. There doesn't seem to be any shady folk around. The area is pretty well lit, and doesn't seem to be anything amiss.
All right. Well, I think we're all good.
I'd like to make a similar perception check, but only to see if anyone's eyeing Bonbon weirdly.
Okay. Sure, go ahead. Yeah, there are a couple people out and about, but nobody real close to you. But we'll see. Go ahead and make your check. And okay. Yeah, the few people that are out and about at this time of night don't seem to pay any mind to any of you.
I'll take Bonbon with me.
Okay.
inside.
You are the Legion, so even the people that are up to no good want to like not look at you. And Legion's respected, so yeah. So the people who are decent will, just give you your space and not fuck with you.
Okay.
Nice.
So okay. So you guys enter the tavern. It opens up immediately. It's a very small place. Just one big open room, and in the far back, the whole back wall, there is a bar with a door next to the bar, presumably to the kitchen, and the whole beginning area is all tables. There's about 8 tables total, 2 on the left, and 4 in the middle, and then tucked over in a corner, which seems to be a little kind of farther away in its own little area. There are 2 other tables, maybe like a VIP section of sorts, where they don't have to be so close to everyone else. And as you go in there, there's it's pretty full. So there's probably 20 or 30, I'd say about 20 patrons total. And can everyone roll me a straight perception check, please?
Gotcha. 23.
23. Oh, okay.
A dirty 20.
Dirty. Hosea and Luce, you'll notice that, with those rolls, you'll notice that to the far right in that VIP section is only one patron, sitting alone, having a drink, and what seems to be looking through papers.
Does it look to be the person who we saw in the ghosts, and what the ghost showed us?
Yes, yeah, that's the guy you're looking for.
All right.
Those rolls, yeah. So you guys are looking around, and you see that the vampire is over there alone now, and it just seems to be drinking something and flipping through papers, parchments.
Well,
Everyone else doesn't seem to be paying him any mind. They're all eating, talking, being jolly.
how do we go about this? Are we going to attempt some form of stealth, or do we tell everyone to get out?
We could try things a bit diplomatically first. I could buy him a drink and use some arcane means to try and convince him to come with us. And if that fails, then we can certainly try something.
Yes, that could indeed work, yes.
If we're trying to fly under the radar. But
Could I briefly do a detect magic on the room and just check if there's anything we should be aware of that we are currently not aware of?
good idea.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and you can detect your staff, Sizzy's feather, and the bartender. There seems to be a one of the mugs that the bartender has behind on a shelf behind him seems to be magical. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be any magical.
The room seems safe enough. Go ahead, Jose. The floor is yours.
Well, y'all set up a perimeter in the meantime in case this goes south really quick. If this doesn't work, he'll probably be mad.
Yes, hello, barkeep. 3 ales, please.
Yeah. Give me something expensive, please.
I was honestly just buying cheap ale to hold. I wasn't planning on. But I mean, okay, so steal your nerves. I see. Yes, and one. Tell me, what have you got? Something strong and expensive.
I'm trying to butter him up.
I see. Yes. Perhaps something that the gentleman with the papers might enjoy.
Oh, okay. Yes. Are you sure you're here to see him? He's kind of a rough fella. Doesn't deal with too many people that come in here asking for him.
We're hoping to enter into a business arrangement.
Oh, okay. So he knows you're coming.
Yeah, of course.
Just trying to save you. I mean, he's not the nicest guy that comes in here, but he pays well. So, all right. Well, we don't have cheap drinks here, but so you three want cheap ale, and you, sir, would like the house brew.
That would be lovely.
Okay. 2 gold for you, sir. He looks at you, Hosea.
Okay.
And 7 silver for each of the rest of you.
I hand over 2 gold.
Okay. And this is, you know that this is a huge, ridiculously expensive drink.
I'm gonna actually hand over 3 gold and just be like, just you're doing a good job. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thanks. Okay.
Everybody tip your barkeep.
People were looking at you like, what the fuck?
Who
You're
is this
tipping
guy?
that guy any more than I do. So where would the other 3 of you like to sit? Are you all going to the table with the what's his name? What's his name? Baldish Tarat.
Is there like a table adjacent to that?
That was my plan. A table adjacent somewhere, preferably near the exits.
Okay. Well, there's essentially the 4 tables that are in like the middle main area, and then right next to them are 2 other tables. All these tables have some people at them. They don't see. None of them are full, and none of them are completely empty. And then there are the 2 tables are way by themselves. He's sitting at one of those, and the other one is completely empty.
Okay. Yeah, I'll order some fish, and I'll go to the other table.
Okay. Fish. All right. That'll be 5 silver.
Sure.
Okay. How would you like it done? Do you want it alive? You have a fish with you. That's why I'm asking.
Oh,
And- He understood. He understood fish. He got that
Nice.
much.
Nice.
Let's have it like barely grilled.
Barely grill. Okay, so just simmer the top, and okay, fair enough.
Also, Kyle, we have hit our follower goal, which means we have another minor magical effect.
Oh shit. Okay. D4, same as before. Let me see who's gonna roll this one.
Boy.
That's me.
Hosea. So let's go ahead and roll a D20 as we look at the guild activity.
16.
16. Go to my chart here. Wait, where's my chart? Oh, there it is. Okay. 16. Wow.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. So, okay, this one we'll have to.
Words that make players nervous. This number, wow!
Okay, this will make things very interesting very soon. So, okay, fair enough. Hosea, thank you for that. Okay, so.
Oh god, I'm scared.
So, yes. So the 4 of you, how do you want to go about the approach? So you see your mark. He's over there. He doesn't pay you any mind. He's just reading through papers, sipping on something.
I'll sashay over and say, "Can I offer you a drink? House brew?"
I must say, before we go any further, did you see the way that Hosier sashayed over there? Now, I don't often see someone sashay, but that was glorious.
That was quite stupendous sachet. I'm very impressed.
It was charming.
Okay, you're sashaying over. What are the other 3 of you doing as he's sashaying?
Sitting at the other table, feeding Bonbon some fish, is a sentence I never thought I would say.
All right. Okay, Jose, you go over and you talk to the gentleman. Are you sitting down and then talking, or are you standing up? How are you physically approaching the side in addition to the sachet?
I'll just set the drink down on the table and just kind of gesture to say it, just to be like, it's okay if I sit and talk. Just say, would you like a drink? Can I offer you a drink? Some conversation?
I'd very much appreciate you leaving me alone. I'm not in the mood for conversation.
Well, would you be in the mood for a business proposition? I don't want to waste your time, but I hear you're one to talk to.
He puts his papers down and looks over to the table next to him that everybody else sat at. Really know how to crowd a fella, don't you? I do enjoy a good proposition for business. Go ahead, speak your piece.
Well, word on the street is that you have taken a kind of debt, and we were wondering if we could help relieve that stress in your life for you. And all it would require of you is to, if you would like, I'm going to cast suggestion on him, come with us and follow us to meet a man we can do business with, and this would likely clear up any debt that you have.
Okay. What suggestion? Wisdom?
I believe wisdom.
Thank you very much to Ken Just Ken, who has just paid their term fees. You have a reroll to give to a player of your choice.
His suggestion is a wisdom save DC 16.
Okay. Wisdom save. Oh yeah, I gotta get his thing up here. Here we go. Okay, wisdom save. Oh, he fails it. Okay, so you said your wording was come with us.
Come with us so we can introduce you to someone. Just come for a walk with us so we can introduce you to somebody.
He sets down his cup, and he stands up. And he says, just nods.
Okay. And don't worry, we'll make sure this is done real quickly. And I just look over at my friends, and on the side that is not of my face, that isn't facing him, I'm just gonna wink and nod that we should get out of here.
I think half of the charm was the sachet that he did. He's really persuasive.
Right?
Yeah. Should have given advantage at least. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're all getting up to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bonbon's like, Just getting hand fed the fish and.
I'll carry the fish and I'll keep feeding him.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's actually. And okay, so you're all making your way. You're all making your way towards the exit. As you're starting to walk across the room, someone stands up at one of the tables. One of the patrons stands up, pulls their hood back, and it looks to be a very gaunt, bluish gray-scaled human. Pulls their hood back and stares at all of you, and begins to leave his table and walk towards the exit as well. And then another person takes off their hat and is also a bluish, gray-skinned, gaunt person from over the two tables on the opposite side of the room as the vampire. And they're
being very obvious about this.
Yeah, they're not taking their eyes off you. They're both staring at you, heading to the exit as you head to the exit.
Are their eyes on us or the vampire?
On all of you.
Okay.
They're just scanning you.
Okay.
Not saying a word.
Are they going to be in any way able to block us from exiting from the looks of things?
The one that's on the opposite side of the room will definitely reach the door at walking speed or running speed before you. But the guy in the middle, you'll intersect with him way before you hit the door. I mean, the door is only like 45 feet from you right now anyway. But yeah, you'll meet up with him like halfway, and the other guy will be at the door. He's closer to the door than any of you. He's just they're just walking towards you, not saying anything. And the gentleman who came from the middle, who's kind of like everybody's moving out of his way, and as he weaves in and out of the tables, and he stops right in front of your path towards the exit. Where are you going?
We have a very important business dealing to deal with. This kind gentleman has agreed to help us.
Doesn't smell like he agreed.
He nodded, and he's coming with us.
I see that. So you won't mind if I devoid the area of any magic, would you? To ensure that he's truly coming with you, because something doesn't smell right.
It's probably the fish.
No, the fish smells wonderful.
How many of them are there?
Just 2. The other one's not saying anything. He's just going over by the door.
Can I please cast Hold Person at level 3?
Ooh. Love it.
Absolutely. Let me check something here.
Good. Here's your lesson plan.
Oh, nice.
Thank you very much, Kelly, who's just subscribed with Twitch Prime for 6 months in a row, which means you get a new Twitch badge. Thank you so much, and you also have a reroll to give to a person of your choice. And Connie, you get it.
Oh yeah, and by the way, nobody hit or act aggressively towards the vampire, or else that suggestion to drop. So.
Okay, so what was his scrap? What's his save for Hold Person?
Wisdom save versus my DC of 14. Not bad. I've had better, I've had worse DCs.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
And that'd be for
okay.
both of them as well.
Okay. Oh, for the other one too? Okay.
Yeah, at 3rd level I get to add an additional target, so
Nice,
since there's
nice.
2 of them. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay. Now the wisdom say, oh.
All right.
Man, you guys are crushing it. Okay.
Okay, let's go quickly before they realize.
So, very nice. So, the
Wonderful.
those 2 freeze up, and you hear, oh hell, not from them, but from across the room, and you look over towards the bartender and see this mug flying through the air. The mug, tink tink tink, lands down between the guy who's stopping you in the middle of the room and the one at the door. The mug blasts into like a glitter. There's like a shower of glitter that hits the back of this guy, Jose. The guy, the blue guy in front of you is like showered with glitter, and the glitter kind of flies past him and towards you. Hold on. I don't know if this is actually gonna work on his part. I didn't flesh it out.
And Sizzy, you get the other reroll from Ken Just Ken.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, and this back target on the equal to or less than that. Okay. Okay, I need you to roll. DC 10 plus the spell's level.
What's this counterspell or?
Oh yeah. No, dispel magic. The item releases dispel magic in the area.
I think that would I think that works on level 3 spells or lower, so that would just dispel my spell, I think.
No, only if you use it as a 4th level, but this is only at 3rd level. So there has to be a roll. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. Okay, so
I think you roll then.
yeah. So it'll be
Dispel magic. I just got choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends.
Let's see. Mine says that's only if it's 4th level. Watch. Dispel. We'll say dispel. Magic. Show to players. See the top part of this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Choose any creature, whatever. The target ends, and then it says for each spell of or higher on the target, make an ability check using the spell casting ability.
But if it's 3rd level or lower, it ends. So are they trying to end the hold person, or?
It's an AOE from the item.
Okay.
So
it'd be any spells in that area.
there's a slight difference between the dispel magic that you've got there and in the compendium. I'll just pop it in my own spell for a moment, just to pop it in chat.
That was in the compendium.
Yeah, I literally, the only difference between what you've put there and what was there is the 4th level. For each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check. Otherwise, 3rd level disappears.
Oh,
So-
yeah, mine doesn't say that. That's weird.
I think our
Strange.
spells just end.
Yeah, mine was only 3rd level as well. So this oh, you only get to choose one though, one effect. So one of the hold persons or the vampire.
I know the item was AOE. I don't. It's all spells and effects. Or all spells.
Your discretion in that case.
You know what? Because it doesn't target. It's just AOE. Actually, I'll make it have one. I'll make it do one. So, just for fairsies. Let's say, just to make it interesting. 1 is on the vampire, 2 is on the blue guy right next to you guys, and 3 is on the guy at the door. And we'll say that 4 is the vampire and the guy next to you. Ready, set,
Oh
go.
god.
Oh, boy.
No.
Oh.
God.
Okay. The two guys next to you are like, whoa. They're starting to come to. I need everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
I'm sorry about that. I have a cold.
Oh, thank God. I'm rolling good.
Yeah, it's like a dispel magic grenade is what I had it as. Where is
Oh
it
my
here?
god. And that's the magic cup?
Yeah, that was the mug behind the it's basically like to break up brawls and other shit that gets out of.
That's
Nice.
cool.
He didn't want his like best paying customer to get fucked up. Where's my pen? Where's my pen?
Ah, yes, the fatal error.
Was this what I rolled for earlier?
I don't have my pen. Shit. Okay, well I'll remember the order. No, I won't because there's too many people. There it is. Okay. Yes, organization at its best. Ooh, camera's really goofy. Aha! Sherlock, I
It's
believe
like a
you.
magic trick. Solid
Yes.
at this end, solid at that end.
Never seen it.
Stays on my hand just like that. Can't go anywhere. My fingers on
Ah,
it.
that's fantastic.
Okay, so let me roll for. Actually, Sizzy, I'm going to give you control of Bonbon.
Yeah.
Bon. Do I have to roll for him?
I will give you. Yeah, you'll roll for him then. Let me. Oh boy.
Bon.
Let's do
Yeah.
this. Simic. Crassus. Let's drag this the whole way up, and then I will give you the permissions to Nairi, and can be edited, controlled by Nairi. There you go.
Chat says if you don't have a pen, then we win automatically.
Oh, damn house rules. Okay, so go ahead and roll initiative for the Crassus, which is what Bonbon is, and I will roll for these other two. Or
Oh, is the stuff in the category 1 Crassus?
Yes, that's Bonbon.
Okay. Does he have any modifiers? Or should I just roll straight d20 for the initiative?
No. Click on his sheet, and on his character sheet, there should be an initiative. Yeah, there's an initiative button across from his armor class.
Oh, there's the character sheet tab. There we go. I see it.
Okay, so
Okay.
Okay. What was your initiative, Matt?
I got a 23.
23. Okay. Okay. And next is Sizzy at 21. What's Bonbons?
16.
16. Okay. And
I got
next
another
is-
filthy 20.
You and your dirty
So-
20. Clogging up the streets. Okay, so Insta Luce is. We'll give you the. Wait, what's your initiative modifier? 1.
Yes.
What's their, actually, I'll give the blue guys above you because their initiative modifier is 4. Okay. Mine. Okay, and Bonbon is 16.
Bonbon.
Who has the bigger modifier? It'll be. Oh, poor Ajoja. Bottom. So V as an 8, and then Ajoja is also an 8. Okay, I think we got her there. There we go. Okay, hooray! Victory, kind of. Okay, so now I can put roll 20 back to bed, and okay, so Hosea, you feel once the glitter showers over the area, and it looks like somebody's having a party. As you feel the glitter hits you. You feel your magic hold on your vampire friend fade. You are first to react.
Well, we're doing this. I cast Spiritual Weapon, and I summon up a maul, let's say, and put it behind the closer of the person who was in front of us blocking the door. And I'm going to attempt to hit him with that.
Okay, so the maul. You want the maul like appearing behind him, kind of?
Behind him, next to him.
Okay. Yeah, so the maul appears and swings towards that creature.
And I think it just... Okay, it's a bonus action to cast, and when I cast a spell, I can... It's part of it that I get to make a melee attack. Okay. 15?
A 15? Actually, let me pull up their character sheets. 15 hits.
All right. Okay, D8 plus 5. Force damage. 7 force damage. And I will... Do I have a little distance between myself and the other one who was behind us? Not the vampire.
He is actually 5 feet in front of you. Like, he stopped right in front of you.
Okay, well, you said there was another one. Where's that one at?
The second one is over by the door. He's like 15, 20 feet away from you guys.
Okay. I want to try and shoot that one with a crossbow.
Okay, sure.
Light crossbow, so let's see how this goes.
And that's the same one you cast the weapon by, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get him down.
Okay, absolutely. Sure.
I'm better at range, I think. But that's going to be a 26.
Oh yeah, 26. That's a hit.
And as 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all I can do with my turn, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you fire off a bolt and it hits him like right in the arm. Ah. You hear him mumbling under his breath, cursing. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so who's next? Sizzy, you're up.
Okay. So wait, was it the blue guy that was attacked right now?
Yeah,
Or
the blue guy by the door. You saw a weapon appear next to him and start smacking him, and then Isaiah pulled out a crossbow and shot him with it. The
Okay.
guy-
And is that the one that was still held or free now?
No, that one's free. Or no, I'm sorry, that one's still held. The two next to you guys are the vampire and then the blue guy in front of Hosea
Okay.
Okay.
are free. But the guy at the door, he's which if you wouldn't hit anyway, you had advantage against that guy because he's held.
Okay.
Okay, so okay.
Okay, good to know. But instead, I think because he's held, he'll go down quickly. I'm going to attack the blue guy next to us. Actually, no, the vampire next to us.
Okay.
Because he's dispelled and he's going to be angry with us in a second. So I'm going to pull out my blunderbuss and I'm going to attack, and I'm going to use one grip point to make it a dazing shot.
Mhm.
Hopefully. 22?
Oh, 22 hits. Oh yes.
Well, he needs to make a constitution save, and also he takes 13 piercing damage.
Nice. Okay.
Excuse me.
Con save.
That makes it.
16. You said 13 piercing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of maneuver yourself, you kind of push a table out of the way and maneuver yourself so you're not blasting your entire party with the blunderbuss.
Oh, yeah.
And you flank him, and he's just coming to. He's like, whoa. And he looks over at you, and you open fire on him, and you see that the blunderbuss it shreds like his clothing and part of his skin, and but you see it should have shredded him more than that, but you definitely took a chunk. You definitely took a chunk out of his flank.
Okay. I guess I'll pull out. Oh, can I use my bonus action to pull out my pistol?
Sure. Yeah.
And I'll use my second attack on that, or with that, rather.
Okay.
28.
Oh yeah, 28 hits definitely.
For 9 piercing damage.
Okay, and you he starts to turn towards you, and you shoot him, and it hits him like square in the shoulder, and poof, his shoulder blows back a little bit, and he continues to start to walk towards you. He's now focusing on you.
Cool.
As you are-
Bonbon, stay back! I love him so much.
He's so good.
Bonbon is
Our
starting to move towards the vampire, skittering.
brave little monster.
Well, gotta protect the one that feeds him. I mean,
I want to keep him.
let's see.
I mean, we've fed him, we've named him, he's ours.
Yeah.
Okay, so the blue guy, who now is looking at you, Hosea, the one in front of you, who's no longer held, starts to sneer, and you can see that fangs growing, 2 sets of fangs, not just the normal bite, but he's got a set of fangs and then a set of fangs behind that.
Ooh.
What does he do?
Ain't you a looker?
He opens his mouth, and his bottom, the bottom of his jaw seems to droop to a ridiculously low level. And as his mouth opens, this bluish purple essence comes out, and it starts to kind of drip out of his mouth, and then it shoots in your direction. It smacks into your forehead. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Thank God, I have a high intelligence. Let's see if this works. Ooh, 13.
That is a fail.
Oh.
DC 14. On a failed save, the target takes. Oh dear lord.
Ooh, boy.
Wow.
Psychic damage.
Oh, thank.
The target's surface emotions and thoughts. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage, and the vampire discerns the target's general emotional state, but not its thoughts. Okay, what's your general emotional state and thoughts right now?
Right in this moment, it's something along the lines of, oh wait, what's that? Oh shit! Ow! It's general distress.
Okay. Why doesn't this thing should automatically roll damage for it? Why doesn't it do that? Yikes! All right. Yeah. This weird thing smacking into your face is brutally painful. Jeez. I should have nerfed him. For 23 psychic damage, as your head is racked in pain, and you feel like your thoughts just being telecasted into this creature, and then the ethereal-looking link breaks, and you see the blue creature take a deep breath and look very satiated.
Well, there goes half of my hit points.
And he just stands there and takes it all in for a second. Some of the bluish purple liquid just running off his chin.
Oh man.
Let's see here. The other one who is held, his turn is. Does he make a save at the end of his turn? I'm guessing in Still Luce.
Good question. I'll proc it again so we can see.
Pretty sure it does.
Paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom save, yes. Versus DC 14.
DC 14.
But that's the end of its turn, so.
Yeah. His whole turn is not doing anything, and wisdom save.
Ooh.
So he's starting to snap out of it at the door. And he looks around, he sees like his weapon floating next to him that he was unable to look at because he was held still. Now he sees this hammer floating next to him, and he pulls the bolt out of his chest, throws it on the ground, and looks very infuriated and towards the party. All the people in the tavern are starting to like get up and run to the other end of the room towards the bar. The bartender's like, "Oh
yeah,
over here, get some drinks. What do you need?" And trying to sell drinks as the brawl is starting to wind up.
Okay, so the bartender is not like actively hostile towards us.
No.
Okay.
Look on him. He just looks like he was trying to like.
All right,
he was getting ready to start. And the dispel magic, that was an instant action, so that's not.
All right, cool.
Not a lingering effect. Once the glitter falls to the ground, that's over. So whose turn is it next? In Stella Luce.
Well, I think I've had quite enough of this. I'm going to dip my hand into my pocket and produce from it a small sprinkling of dust. As I throw this dust around the room, it is in fact a little bit of sugar. And I cast slow on the room. I may choose 6 creatures and alter time around them. I'm going to, of course, choose the vampire, the 2 people that are held, and the barkeep. There's no one else, is there?
I mean, there's other people, but they're all hiding in by the bar, like watching.
Yeah,
there's no other.
I'll just
3.
Select those 4. How close is our friend Bonbon to the vampire?
He's within 5 feet now.
I'm not going to cast it on him as well then. Just those 4 people. So they need to make a wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell for the duration. Their speed will be halved. They take a -2 penalty to their armor class and dexterity saving throws. And they can't use reactions.
Nice.
On their turn, they can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. And regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Ooh, that's brutal. Okay, so wisdom save for all 4 of them.
Wisdom save for all 4, DC 14.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so the blue guys. The blue guy that's right up against you, Hosea. That's his roll. The blue guy by the door. That's his roll. Let's see. The vampire that you guys were sent here for. Was it wisdom? His roll. And the barkeep will just give a straight D20 roll for it. Okay, what's the results here? So fail, pass, fail, fail. Okay, so only the guy by the door is not slowed. Everyone else, you're... Okay. Barkeep looks very frustrated because he's trying to pour drinks. He's like, I'm losing money, no.
He's definitely in on it. He threw a mug. He knows what he did.
Are we able to use our rerolls on your rolls or just our?
Yes, we are. Yes, you are 100% able to use your reroll on any dice that hits the table.
Reroll
Nice.
that blue guy, please.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so he thinks he's out of the woods.
Even like spells, if a spell costs an action to cast, you have to roll a d20 and you only get to cast it.
Yes.
Yes, good.
Very nice.
Like that last bit, I just read about spell casting as well. If you try to cast a spell with cost of one action, you roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. Roll lower than 11, the spell is wasted.
Whoa.
Slow, man. It's the most like underrated spell. It's a great spell.
Yes, keep track of the effects for me. That way I don't forget. I don't want to jip
I
anybody.
will try and call them out as we go.
2 AC, half
Dex
distance.
saves.
Yeah. So yes, beautiful. Okay.
And it's only either an action or bonus action, right?
Yep.
Yep, and only one attack instead of multi-attack.
Ooh, that helps. Thank you.
That does help a lot. Okay, so you see these creatures that are all looking very, except for the barkeep, they're all looking very maliciously at all of you. To start to like slow, like their movements are very sluggish. Very well done. Anything else, Insta Lucha? Anything else on your turn?
The only bonus action I have is another spell, so I will hold on.
Okay. Bonbon. It's Bonbon's turn. So Bonbon is moved between Sizzy and the vampire and is looking like he wants to defend your honor.
Should I
What's
roll
it?
for his attacks?
Oh, sure. What would you like to do with him?
Oh, I guess if he's so intended on protecting Sizzy, the feeder, he's gonna attack the vampire. I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, he's the only one next to you. Well, he's not next to you. He's like 10 feet from you, but yeah, the Bonbon is between you and him.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I guess he makes 2 attacks. So.
Okay.
This is
And
his
this guy
bites?
has. Oh yeah, that hits.
I love him. I have to roll for the damage.
You can
Manually.
just click attack, just like on your character sheet attacks.
Oh, there we go. Woo!
9 piercing.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so yeah, he opens up his little tiny mouth with all those little teeth in it, lunges forward and starts biting at this guy's leg.
And one claw attack for 13.
13 might hit. Let me check what his AC is, because he has -2 to his AC. He has an AC of 16, so okay, just misses.
Just
So he tries.
Okay.
He tries to claw attack him, and the vampire starts to kick him away.
Leave him alone.
How dare!
And yeah, Bonbon kind of gets pushed back a little bit. Not enough to do any damage to him, but
Okay.
he looks viciously at the vampire with some of his blood coming out of the mouth, or coming out of Bonbon's mouth.
You go, Bonbon.
Definitely doesn't. Definitely doesn't taste as good as a fish.
I guess that's all Bonbon's gonna do. I love him.
Stand there defiantly between the two of you.
He's such a good boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's next? Okay, the vampire. So the vampire you came there for.
Mhm.
So he looks down his leg and over at Bonbon, and looks around the room, examining the situation, feeling quite sluggish. He doesn't enjoy that at all. Oh, let's see here. Wow, boy, that is really just messing his day up. He's going to turn to you instead, Luce, and he is going to lunge at you. Though, to do so, he's gonna like kind of leap at you, but like stay up in the air and try to come at you with a bite. That's gonna provoke a possible attack of opportunity from Hosea and from Bonbon if they would like to take the chance to do that, as he's lunging out of his current position and towards Insta Luce.
Can you only use a melee attack for that, or could it be my crossbow?
It has to be melee.
Okay, I do have a dagger, if I could use that.
Sure, yeah. Pull out your dagger just as he's starting to move away from you and stab at the back of the cankle.
25.
25 hits?
I love what you said that, like, 25. Will that hit?
I don't know. It's
seems
not
a little
that
low.
good. 25.
Baby.
I'm stressed. Thankfully, 8 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to stab in the back of his calf, and then as he's flying away from you, it just kind of pulls it, and you make a nice big gash in the back of his leg as he leaps for you instead of Luce. Does a 13 hit?
13 does just hit, but give me 1 second.
Mhm.
No, I did not take shield. Yes, or whatever it is. Yeah, 13 hits.
Okay, so he lunges at you and comes down on you with his weight, and he's actually quite strong for being not that abnormally large of a human-looking fella, and he grabs you and sinks his teeth into you.
Ow.
For 6 points of piercing damage and 9 of necrotic. I need you to make a charisma saving throw. And a
Constitution save for concentration. Yeah.
Yes, that was it.
So the charisma save is good. 15.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Just. And what's the DC on the Constitution save?
I think it's 10.
Yeah.
Half damage taken or 10.
Yes. Yeah, half damage or 10.
Whichever's higher.
Good. Sweet.
Be gone, foul beast!
See your blood dripping out of his mouth. You're ruining us. What is wrong with you?
I can barely understand you. You sound like this.
And your max hit points lowers equal to the necrotic damage taken. So
Oof.
9 off your max hit points.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, you rotter.
And that's all he can do. He can only do 1 attack. And he's grabbing onto your shoulders, and he's looks like he's gonna come in and try to bite you again. And he's just too damn slow.
At the end of his turn, he may attempt another wisdom save to end the slow effect on himself.
Oh, okay. This is the end of his turn. Oh, he fails.
Good.
He's still slow.
Nice.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. Whose turn is it next? It is Jojo.
Ooh, great. Technical question first. I've got flaming sword. Can that do non-lethal damage? And theoretically knock a vampire out?
If you use the butt of the sword, correct.
Okay.
I mean, we'll just flavor it. If he drops to 0, you can say it was. I mean, it was done with. You just, knocked him out.
Awesome. I am totally gonna do that then.
He looks pretty hardy, so I don't think the butt of the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you go in and you start swinging the sword. It's a little.
Do you have a reroll?
I do have a reroll. Oh, you're genius. Woo! All right, flaming sword.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah.
Return on investment, yes.
Oh yeah, easily hits him because he is
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ayuja pulls out a leaf from in their little bag, crushes it up, blows on it with their trunk, and it floofs into a giant flaming sword and slashes at this vampire.
Just click on the word "flaming sword" in chat, and it'll roll the damage.
Okay. Did that do it?
No, just click on the in chat, like in where it's showing in chat. Click on the word "flaming sword."
Now I get it.
There we go.
Cool.
10 fire damage. Oh, he does not like that.
Awesome.
Okay, so yeah, you slash down on him, seeing that he's still very hardy. You slash down on him right in his back because he's focusing on the Stella Luce. He's got the Stella Luce, and you come down with your flaming sword and hit his whole back catches on fire, and you can see you open up the skin in his back, and he lurches out in pain, and definitely is not
Cool.
not having. Anything else? Bonus action, movement.
I want to use symbiotic entity, but it looks like it's a full action, so yeah, that's probably gonna be it.
Okay. His clothes are smoldering but still on fire. Okay, so we're back at the top of the order. Hosea, what would you like to do?
I was thinking about doing command, but these guys are probably undead, so that would not work. Let's see. First off, I'm gonna smack the guy by the door again with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Ooh. 1. Natural 1, crit fail.
Okay. So, your warhammer swings in, and this guy, who's moving slow, kind of perceives that that's gonna go down, so he just slowly moves out. Your warhammer just misses like his eyeball by like half an inch, and then hits the being in that one slams into the doorway and puts a big old gash out of the doorway. You hear the bartender, "Come on, no!" He sees the dollar symbols just flying out.
All right, I am going to then, for my action, should I heal myself or do damage? Screw it. I'll cast Spirit Guardians, 3rd level.
Nice.
Anything within 15 feet of me has to make a dexterity saving throw. No, wisdom saving throw. DC 16.
On the beginning of their turn. Or when they or if they enter it.
I think they do it once when it's cast.
No, I actually had to check on that. It's the same thing with Moonbeam. When you cast it doesn't actually do it at that second. It's the beginning of their turn if they start their turn, or if they enter the circle.
For the first time. Yeah.
I had to look that up on Jeremy Crawford's or Sage Advice because somebody was I don't know, there was a big debate between players on whether that was right or not. So
no, I completely agree with that. And of course, I'll designate any. I will designate everyone who is not the vampire and the 2 other guys to be safe from this spell.
Okay.
So just that.
15 feet from you, from where you're standing, unless you want to move, will get the where's my thing? The vampire that you guys came here for. and it's safe to say that you know that you recognize that these other blue guys are vampires or just different types of vampires. And it'll reach the two that are with you. The guy that over by the door, if you want to reach him, you have to. Yeah, I would say you can reach him if you move a little farther away from the other two, like between. You know what I mean, between everybody.
Would that provoke any attacks of opportunity?
No, because oh yes, it will from the blue one, but he can't
They
take
don't have reactions.
Yeah, he can't take reactions. All right. Thank you, Slow. Yeah, then I'll just step a little closer so I can get all three of them.
As you step away, the person tries to take his opportunity attack.
And I just go, no.
Around him, and he's still swinging, watching you out of the corner of his eye.
Really, though, thank you for casting Slow.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's a great spell.
Okay, so now you it barely reaches all three of them. How do you want your spirit guardians to manifest? The little things flying around, smacking these guys in the face.
Little fake creatures.
Okay.
Not big on the angels. Little fake creatures will do.
Okay, like little wispies. Sure.
Yeah, little will-o-wisps.
Okay. And okay, so that's your turn. And who's next? Sizzy, you're up.
Okay. So the vampire doesn't look good, yeah?
He was still doing good, I think.
He's still doing pretty decent. He's still
okay.
yeah, he's still doing pretty decent for now.
Okay. What about the blue guy next to us? Not the one by the door.
He's perfectly fine. He hasn't been hurt yet.
Oh, we gotta fix that. I'm gonna use my pistol to shoot that guy, and I'm gonna use a grit point to make it a violent shot. Why not?
Ooh, okay.
Let's do this. 28.
Yeah, I think that'll hit.
So that's +1 for the damage die. So that's max damage on that one. Plus 1, 2. I believe it's 1d10. So 18 points of piercing damage to that guy with that shot.
Nice. And you'll notice when you shoot this guy, the blue guy, that you hit him like square, like right in his collarbone with the shot. You'll notice that he doesn't take the shot as well as the vampire did. You blow a hole, like you can hear his bone just kind of shatter as the pistol bullet hits it. So he's gonna have a little bit of a neck crank for as it looks like it did the full Monty to him.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm going to shoot him again with the pistol.
Okay.
Hopefully. 20?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So you fire away, and
8
more damage. So your two shots, yeah, definitely rocked him. He's oh no. Let's see. Excellent.
Awesome. I think
Good.
that's 3 shots with the pistol I've done so far.
Yes, yeah, you're still ready.
To remember. Okay, cool. And I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Next up, we have the blue dudes, the blue man group.
Wisdom save.
Yes. Yeah, at the beginning of their turn, they'll do the wisdom save. Hold on. Exit full screen. There we go. Okay, so we'll do the one by the door. He'll do his wisdom save first, as he's trying to snap out of his current predicament.
That'll save.
Okay, it still does half damage. Still does half damage. So
rounded down or up?
It's always rounded down, unless.
Okay.
Just go ahead and click Spirit Guardians. Do you have it on your character sheet? Do you have it loaded in your character sheet?
I'm rolling on my table. Okay. I rolled 9, so he would take 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. So.
That's not what I was supposed to do. My bad.
Oh, good.
No. I was going to try and bring up the spell detail for Chapter C, but instead it just rolled damage. My bad.
But you roll better than me.
So yeah, he's like going like this. What? The? He is only half movement. So let's see, what's his movement? Oh, okay. So he's only able to reach Hosea. Okay, so he's going to jump and fly across the room at you, Hosea.
Okay.
Slow mode. Slow mode fly at you and try to Yes, he's also going to fly at you, land, and you see, as he's landing, you see his jaw gape open.
Oh
And this
boy.
bluish purple liquid start fizzling its way out and then burst towards your forehead.
This will probably knock me out.
I need you to make a DC 14 intelligence save.
That's a 1.
Okay. You feel your brain once again racked with pain. And once again, 23 psychic damage.
Hosea is unconscious.
He reads your surface thoughts as nothing. As you, fall down, your spirit guardians drops, and this
Spiritual weapon would stay up though.
Okay.
Technically.
Yes, because it's not concentration. Yes. So he looks down at you, and then scans the rest of you, and looks at Instella Luce.
Oh my!
He knows he is the reason for his slow mode. So less cool in slow mode. And that's his turn. The
End of his
the
turn,
other
he gets to make a wisdom save to see if he can get out of slow.
Oh, that's right. Damn it. I was kind of enjoying him in slow mode. It's easier to hit. 11. Haha! He's still slower than a bugger. But he used all his movement to get there, so he has no other actions, movement, etc., etc. The other blue, we'll just be real here, mind drinker vampire is going to roll the d6 to see if his juice is loose. It is not. Okay, so he is going to try to attack Bonbon as Bonbon is standing.
You
Standing him-
get away from him.
He is so lucky I'm unconscious right now.
He's looking at you, Sizzy, as you just were blowing holes in him, and he sees that he has to get through the little thing staring defiantly up at him. So he reaches down and attempts to bite Bonbon in his hammerhead-looking face. Let's see here.
No, he does not hit.
Oh! He reaches down to grab Bonbon, and Bonbon ball punches him. And though it doesn't seem to hurt the blue guy too much, he does a little bit of a aching move, and then Bonbon scampers away back towards you, and kind of stands in front of you, a little less confident now than he was, because that guy just about bit him in the face. But he is standing in front of you.
Good
Kinda
job,
like
Bonbon.
Looking for you for approval.
Good job, Bonbon.
And that's his turn. That's all he can do under slow.
Wisdom save for slow.
I like him slow though.
I mean, well, if you want to leave them slow, I'm sure we won't complain.
That one he does as he's regaining his composure from being punched by Bonbon. He stands up and stretches a little bit, and then with a renewed vigor stares at you, Sizzy, and come at me, bro. And
Leave my child alone.
That's his turn. Yeah, it's both of their turns. So Instella Luce, your turn is up.
Installaluce is going to bludgeon our target vampire with his quarterstaff +2. Have at you! Damn!
No, that'll do it. Remember, -2 AC, and you have +2 to your attack. Or do you already have
Nice.
The +2's already assigned, I'm afraid.
That's okay, because I think with -2 on his AC, he has an AC of 16. Son of a... yeah, so his AC is 14. So you go to hit him, and he like slowly deflects it with his wrist. And you swing to the side of him, barely, almost hitting him.
Damn it, I'm not very good at this combat business. Bananas! Which is my healing word.
Ooh.
Nice.
Which I'll
Very
cast at level 2 because I'm feeling pretty pasty right now. 11. Yeah, that'll help.
Okay.
Oh, but wait, hang on a minute. I'm not going to cast at level 2. I'll cast at level 1. I forgot my max HP is reduced, so there's really no point in me casting at level 1. I'll just take the 7 for the straight cast.
Okay.
Damn it. I rolled double 4s as well. That was the most healing I could have done with that level of spell.
Nice.
Okay, very nice. Yes. Awesome. Okay. And anything else? You moving at all?
You know, actually, that one just walked all the way here, didn't he? What I might do
No,
is
he didn't come over yet.
the one from the door. They moved all the way
Yeah.
across, didn't they? Right?
He went over to Hosea. Yeah, he's over. He's like 15 feet away.
Standing over my unconscious body.
I'm going to walk. If I can, if there's a place where I can be near the door but 20 feet away from everyone slowed, that'd be great.
Okay. Now you do have the vampire next to you, though.
He can't take reactions.
Oh, that's right. He's still slowed. That's right. Okay, cool. You walk around, and he's also like raking at you and in slow mo. Casually walk by him. Sure.
This combat business is hard work.
And you walk away. Yeah, you walk past them, and you see Hosea. Now you have a better view. You see Hosea laying on the floor, unconscious. And okay, Bonbon's turn.
Bonbon!
What would you be
Okay.
telling Bonbon to do?
Oh, crap. No, don't crap on the floor. It's fine.
He does it anyway.
I'm going to tell Bonbon to wait. But if anything gets close, attack. But if not, then just stay. There's a fish in it for you.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
So-
hold his action turn. Action thing. Yeah.
Okay. Hold his attack action to
Attack action. Thank you. That's what
Okay.
I meant.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So yeah, he stands there, ever ready, mouth almost drooling now. Yeah. Possibility of tasty treats in sight.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's got to hold his action. The vampire slowly turning now that there's like nobody over by him because Installaluce ran past him. Let's see here. He's going to. Who's by him? I guess it would be Aoja.
Yeah,
Go.
that makes sense.
Aoja. Yeah. So you're the only one like around now. So he turns
Right.
around and goes to lunge at you
Mhm.
and try to bite you.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after I find his character sheet. There we go. Ooh, does a 19 hit?
Oh, yes, that unfortunately does hit.
Yeah, so he grabs you and slowly sinks his teeth into your massive back, and
Nice.
for 9 piercing and 8 necrotic damage.
All right.
Oh no!
But
Do you have a reroll? Do you have any more rerolls?
no, I used
Oh.
it.
Okay, so he bites into you, and at first it's a very, very painful, and you feel some kind of like warm, icky feeling start spreading through you, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's just your friend tapping you on the back, telling you, "Hello there, friend."
Great.
He
I
says,
love this guy.
He says, "You will command your friends to leave me be. You will leave this place. You don't want me anyway."
You're so right.
This is all a misunderstanding.
Oh, I'm so sorry I bothered you, man. Like, we totally could have taken care of this ourselves.
It's okay. You're going to want to drop your weapon, too. You don't
Oh,
want
yeah.
it getting in your
No.
way.
Oh, yeah, it's totally just disappeared. That flame sword's gone. I don't even know why I had summoned that thing. We should all leave, guys. What are we doing here? We are really messing up today. We should go.
Yeah. So, speaking of that, I mean, that is all he can do on his turn, as slowed. He'll make a wisdom save to see if he's out of the slow, which he's not. Cool. So, that's all he can do, and it is your turn. And
Great. Am I charmed until the end of my turn? Do I get a chance to try and get out of it now?
Well, the Charming is infatuated with the vampire. I think that would probably be at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Charmed. I mean, I could look up Charmed Effect, but I used to have a nifty little website, although when I built this computer, I didn't put it back in my condition. Charmed. Charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage and blah, 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 blah. Okay, the charmer has advantage on any ability checks or interact. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about ending. We'll say, yeah, at the end of your turn.
I looked it
Okay.
up. It's you're charmed for a minute. It doesn't say saving at the end of your turn, though.
All right. Fun.
I'll give you a save at the end of each of your turns.
That makes sense. Cool. So I can't attack him, but it doesn't say I can't attack his allies.
Yeah.
Would I do that in this situation, or would I just be like, nah, I'm going to start walking out, which seems like what I'd actually be doing. So,
well, he told you to convince the others that this was just a big misunderstanding and you should leave.
right.
Yell me and convince me.
I probably could. That seems like a good idea, because you can't leave unless you can stand up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll cast Healing Word and walk over to them and just put my hand on their shoulder and be like, we just really don't need to be here.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't tell you couldn't heal your party. You couldn't do anything to help to be helpful.
Right?
He just said, convince them. It's time to go. The blue guys aren't looking so good, by the way. Just to give you a progress report. Yeah, they're not looking the hardiest. But this guy is still pretty hardy.
Thank you so much. Really.
You're welcome.
I was paying attention to every word he said, just in case. Hosea just wakes up and he's like, "Oh God, thank you so much."
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry you got so hurt. We're not even supposed to be here. This is stupid. We should really leave these guys alone. Let's get out of here. Let's get our friends.
He looks confused at that.
Big old smile.
Okay, so that's your turn, Ajoja? Well, it's hilarious how things work out in Ravnica. You could be, in a bar wrestling with some vampires 1 minute, and in the next minute, the next minute, a gruel raiding party could come through your area and start destroying and causing havoc in the general area. So you're picking up your friend. You're trying to convince him to leave. The rest of you are dealing with all these vampires, and in through the front door. The front door basically blows off its hinges, and in runs an ogre with 2 goblins riding his back. An orc, looks like some kind of orc in very primal clothing, and two humans, dressed to the hilt. They have like 5 weapons on their back, and they're each holding 2 axes, and they all run in, and they look over at you guys, and they immediately start like throwing tables and heading towards the barkeep and the patrons over by the bar. And the ogre's yelling, "This is a raid! Give us all your booze and your money!" Can't do that voice too long. So they're like shaking down the patrons and the bartender. "Give us your cask of ale, or you're all gonna die." One of the humans, dual-wielding battle axes, comes over to the group of you. "Oh, your money now. We're all gonna die." It's like 70. He's like a ripped 70-year-old man. "Now we're all gonna die."
No.
Damn it, I said no. And so that happens at the top of the order. Now it's they're flipping tables, they're harassing patrons over there. Only one of them has come over to your section because you're only a small portion of the populace here. The blue vampires seem to take this quite offensively and begin turning their attention to this new guy with the axes. Whose turn is it? Hosea, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm tired of vampires right now. So I'm going to use my action to use turn undead.
Okay.
So wisdom saving throw DC 16.
Nice. Okay, is that everybody in the area? All undead?
All undead.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Let's see.
The blood vampire?
Anything within 30 feet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're all 3 within 30 feet. And these are the mind drinker vampires. The one closest, or the one that's dealing with Sizzy, and then the one that's just knocked you out, Hosea.
Okay, the one who knocked me out is frightened. The one who's dealing with Sissy is not frightened.
Okay.
But the other ones have to spend their turns trying to move as far away from me as possible. Can't take reactions. And for its action, it can only use the dash action. And if there's nowhere to move, it can only use the dodge action.
Okay.
And it lasts until they take damage.
Okay, so the what was his name? So the vampire, the blood vampire, the one you came here for, immediately like looks panicked, and actually, we'll say he loses his concentration on giving a Joja orders because he is completely petrified of you.
Yay!
Do they have to do their action, or is it on their turn? Because there's one of them.
It says it's on their turn.
Okay.
When they have to on their turn, they can only use a dash action or dodge action though.
Okay. Awesome.
And for my bonus action, my spiritual weapon's still there. I'm gonna hit the one that saved on that and hit him upside the head with it.
Okay.
With my bonus action.
You fly your warhammer across the room.
27.
That'll hit. As it flies across and smacks in the side of the head.
He takes 11 force damage.
Ooh, 11. He's not. So it smacks him in the head. And you see like his scalp peel back and like a dent in the side of his skull. He's standing there, kind of waving. He's not so well.
And I am going to. The one that knocked me out did not save. I'm gonna get up and back away from that one since he can't take reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And just try and get away from any hostile person since I'm at 6 health.
Yeah, he's backing away from you anyway. He's like,
okay. Yeah. And I'll end my turn there on my feet.
Okay. Sizzy, you're up.
Okay. The one that is not slowed. Where's his attention exactly? You said
He's
the
right-
vampires were paying attention to the axe guy.
The blue ones, like, they started to pay attention because that guy, like, ran up right by them. You know, give me all your money, and they're like, kind of scare him away. And then either one is like petrified of something and starts backing away from Hosea. And the one that you've been fighting, he's like kind of standing back and forth, looking pretty rough, with a part of his head missing.
Okay. Okay. And he didn't come close to me and Bonbon yet.
Yeah, he's right on the other side. He's right on the other side of Bonbon. It's him, then Bonbon, then you. He's 10 feet.
Okay. Oh wait, wouldn't have Bonbon gotten his held action by then?
Nobody tried to attack you or him.
Oh, okay. Okay,
No,
that's fair.
attack action in case he
Okay,
came at you.
yeah. That's fair. Yeah, then I guess I'll shoot him.
Okay.
I'll attempt to shoot him with my pistol. I'll use my grit point again. Well, no, he looks rough, so I won't.
Oof.
Natural 1.
You point it at him, and for some reason you just get distracted, and it shoots up into the ceiling. The bartender, no, still griping.
It's alright, I can fix this. Oh my god!
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Roll the damage.
21.
Yeah. So, the blue vampire's like touching the hole in his head, and then you blow a hole in the other side of his head, and he's like, and just kind of falls over and hits the ground. He's done. He's out.
Perfect.
Jose is crippled over the bar, and he just goes, "Nice."
Yeah. That's 3, 4, 5. I have 1 shot left. Action surge, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright. One of the blue ones is feared the master vampire. He's like still okay.
He looks scared too.
If either of them takes damage, the turn ends. Their turn undead ends.
Okay, never mind then. I will not do action surge because we're not trying to kill him. But I guess as a free action, I'll just yell out, "Use the damn thingy to stop him!" And that's my turn.
Okay. The damn thingy it shall be. Let's see. Who's next? The blue one, the only remaining blue one, is going to and start running away. The Gruul guy, the Gruul raider, is going to take a swing with the axe. We'll just make that a d20 plus 4. So this plus 4. 15. Wait, is he still slowed? Is this one slowed? It doesn't matter. He's only got an AC of 14 to begin with. Slashes him in the back for 1d8 plus. That might actually do it. Oh, wow. Okay. Speak of favors, thank you, whoever initiated the chart, because the Gruul guy slashes the blue vampire in the back, and the blue vampire just falls over dead with an axe in his back.
Yay!
I warned him, and the Gruul guy starts rooting through his pockets. So yeah, he's dead. That's all we have left. Let's see here. Okay, so who's up next? Sucks to be him. And so Luce, you're up. So the only adversary, minus the Gruul Raiders, that is left is your vampire, and he looks mighty scared.
Is he towards the door or towards the back of the bar? Does he have anywhere to run to?
No, he's surrounded by you guys because Instel Luce ran towards the door, and he's still back in that corner.
Okay, cool.
So Instel Luce, what would you like to do?
Sorry, everyone. Could I have a quick recap? I had a troll that I was dealing with, and they even took it to DMs with me. People, can I just have what happened in the last couple of rounds? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay.
I saw the nat 20. I came in after the nat 20. I was disappointed I missed that. We killed one of the blue ones, right? There's another blue one, a Gruul Raider, and the original vampire?
So
The Gruul Raider killed the other blue one.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys, as far as the guild activity we rolled earlier, a Gruul raiding party came through and came in and started harassing all the patrons, trying to shake them down for money and try to steal like kegs of booze from the barkeep. And you guys are just like doing your own thing over here. One of the raiders came over and said, give me your money, shaking you guys down. And the blue vampires like didn't react well to that. They were going to kill him, but the Gruul raider ended up killing a vampire. So all you're left with right now is a raider who's searching through the blue vampire stuff, trying to rob him because he's dead, and the guy you're here for, who is now petrified of Hosea and is not doing anything else other than like starting to back away from him.
I'm currently holding the device if you want to take that from me and use it.
Sure, 100%. Let's do that. I'll wander over and take the device. May I?
Absolutely.
And how does this work?
Press that thing, yeah, right there. You got it. Good.
So you press the button, and the top side of it starts to, like a clockwork tick as the pieces on the top side begin to flip open.
I throw it under the vampire like a Ghostbuster.
I was hoping you'd do that.
At his health, he has a DC 17 Wisdom save to avoid being locked in place from this. So Wisdom save.
Yes.
Oh, so you throw it under his feet. And he's already cowering, trying to get away from you guys because he's scared from being turned. And you see him, a light emits from the grounder, and like it kind of like lashes around him. And he's like, he's trying to still run away, but he can't do anything. He's essentially locked in place. For the most part, you're out of combat. The Gruul Raider is now trying to loot both of the blue vampires' bodies, and then he is starting to look up at the lot of you. When I'm done here, you're going to give me your money, right?
If we're pretty much out of combat, I just want to cast Entangle and get all of the Gruul Raiders and walk out with this vampire nice and slow and go save my soul.
And could I cast Command and command them all three of them to halt also?
There is.
And if there's any left, I'll cast Hold Person. We got this.
Just growl at them, I guess.
You guys start this barrage of spells. And all the Gruul Raiders, we'll say, between like 2 entangled spells would definitely, even if you had to do it again. Yeah, between being entangled, held, and everything, they're all... The patrons are crawling on them, trying to steal their money back, and it's just utter chaos.
And I just say, scatter! Grab the vampire!
It is utter chaos. And you grab the grounder and start walking out of the bar, and the vampire's just kind of floating in midair, frozen, as you escort him out of the tavern, and you are now on the street with basically a leashed vampire. What would you like to do?
I just begin. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on myself.
Okay.
I am out of 3rd level spells.
Okay. So what would you guys like to do?
Bomb by the hand, praising him endlessly. Some my food rations.
Whatever.
Can I scratch him at the bottom of the chin, just like scratch him?
Okay, you start scratching him, and like his bulbous chin starts shaking a little bit, kind of like his version of a purr.
That's adorable.
So are we?
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if there's anyone following us.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, 7.
You look around. There's nobody following you. You can hear, like, from inside the shut door, or what's left of the door, from inside the tavern. It sounds like all kinds of shit's going down in there. Are you guys heading to the stairs?
Yeah. Do we want to take those under the city paths or just walk up here? They're twice as fast going that route, but it could be dangerous.
Probably.
I mean, you're not very far from the stairs from this place.
Cool.
We
should sashay.
Yeah, let's sashay away.
Yeah.
So you sashay your way to the stairs and ascend the stairs at a rather slow pace with your vampire on a leash, and you ascend to the Mist Spire. You get up there, and the same old ghostly dude is chilling at the gate.
Howdy.
We have returned with the indebted. Return the souls that you took.
Very clever.
Also part of their soul that you took as well.
Of course. Bring him over to me. Please, bring him over to me.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. You bring the vampire over, and the ghost just reaches out and touches his forehead. The vampire, even inside the grounder, just swirls into a mist and appears as a small ball, like your small orb, like your partial soul was earlier, Ejoja, into the ghost's other hand.
There he is.
And the vampire's existence disappears. The ghost looks at you, Ejoja.
As promised.
Poof. Holds his hand open again, and the pinkish red orb that was a part of your soul begins to levitate and float towards you, and pushes its way into your chest, your massive elephant-like chest, and you feel the warmth flow through your body again, that cold sensation erased, and you feel whole again.
Yes.
And then he holds another orb. He makes another orb materialize, and this one is a greenish blue.
This is who you're looking for.
And it floats out in front of all of you and begins to vanish and then rematerialize as a human person. And the human person is wearing robes. It's a young male, about 19 years old, and looks at all of you.
What happened?
You signed a really shit deal, I gotta say.
He looks at you, Sizzy, and you, Install Luce.
Hi again.
Oh no.
Why are we here?
It's Jennings.
Oh my god.
Is,
You know, they said you were useless.
What? Why? I don't get it. I think they got me. I had a student loan. I was running late on a payment. I don't know what happened. I was in my dorm, and then next thing I know, my dad's gonna be so mad at me.
Yes,
Bon,
your dad is rather upset.
Bon, please growl at him.
I think he'll mainly just be glad you're okay, though.
What is that thing? Oh,
Just
Don't you dare call
Don't
him
talk to
baby.
Bonbon like that.
oh, yes, yes.
Let's put it this way. That thing right there
Uh-huh.
is more useful than you've been today.
Give me a chance. I swear. I'll be a
We'll
good
see.
Azorius, just like my dad.
We'll see. Let's take you to your dad and see.
Yes. Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh god, the ghost.
he's
It's okay,
very,
Bon. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean that.
he's very scared of everything right now.
Oh.
So the new party, 2 members deeper, then starting with you all descend. The ghost gives you a farewell wave, very happy with the transaction, and you all descend the stairwell to the Mistspire. And you know what happens between Jennings getting returned and Commander Yasmin's reaction when he finds out it was Jennings, and what exactly happens to Bon Bon? Well, maybe we'll find that out in another time. That's left to be pondered. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's adventure.
Yay!
This was really great.
Very well done. Very well done. Wow.
Worked out well.
Thanks for the follower goal that brought the Gruul raiding party.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And thanks for just letting us all just bombard them and get out of there.
Right?
Well, they didn't have any spells. They're just like low-level raiders. It's not like they were, going to be able to deal with all the magic.
I love
So,
that
yeah.
old guy, just so sure of himself.
Right?
So, Scrat, that's it for today, buddy.
Here we are at the end, everyone. Kenja's Chen, thank you. Let's go round, talk about what our favourite part of the show was, where we can find each other online, and all the wonderful things that we get up to. This time, we'll go around the other way, starting with Connie O'Yea.
Cool. Hi, all. I'm Connie. Twitter, Connie O'Yea. I'm gonna be on Twitch as Connie O'Yea. I haven't started streaming yet. I'm gonna start taking some commissions. You should check it out on Twitter. The favorite part for me was definitely being charmed by the vampire, because I felt like I was so on top of everything until that point, and then it was just like, you're not gonna actually accomplish anything in this whole mission, and that's gonna be okay, because this vampire now has you as a friend, and I felt good about it.
Fantastic. And next around we have Matt Neutral. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi there. You can find me at Matt Neutral on Twitter. I'm usually just giving my hot takes on D&D or trying to answer questions. I mainly do this as a hobby, and this was a fun time. My favorite part tonight was easily just sashaying everywhere. But seriously, this was a fun time. I loved it.
Fantastic. And where can we find you online?
You can find me at Matt Neutral on Twitter. Otherwise, that's pretty much the only place you'll find me, really.
Excellent. Thank you. And thank you for coming to play today, both of you. You both did amazing. I really enjoyed the session. Next,
you.
Oh, you're welcome. Next around we have Nairi or Malakatra. Oh, hi.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Nairi. My favorite part of the session was, need I say it? It was Bon Bon. And I feel like he's my favorite part of D&D now. So yeah, thank you for letting me have my shark crab son
Sure.
for the session. I loved him, and I loved the bombardment of tingling and ensnaring spells and stuff at the end. That was amazing. I guess, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Malakatra, which is should be right above my head. Or you can also find me on Fridays and Mondays at Natural Ruckus, where we stream regular games of D&D. You should go check that out if you're interested. If none of those, then you can also find me at my art Twitter, RSDoodle, which I'll be throwing all of that in there in a second. Yeah, that's me.
Fantastic. Thank you. And lastly, at the top of the screen, we have Sir Stalwart Kyle. Oh, hi. Thank you for a wonderful game.
Hi, thank you. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And yes, thank you for saving poor Jennings. We are we're exiting our January time with the Boros, and poor Jennings will not have Insta Luce or Sizzy to save him from one mess after another. So hopefully this does it. Hopefully you have finally saved him from his ways. I had an absolutely amazing time, and wow, favorite part. I don't know. Connie, as you said about the charm thing, at least you made the best of it. You were charmed and you found a loophole. You know, hey, I gotta get them all out of here. I'll heal him, get him up. You know, you all handled it very well. It was a very, very rough fight to begin with, and I think there was very good rolls on the table as far as getting a little friend and having a raiding party come through. That really helped out. So yeah, I'm Sir Stalwart on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, and I also run a Discord community, much like this one. We get games. We do Ravnica games like this twice a week. I'm on Twitch 5 days a week, usually 5 or 6 days. Actually, I think it's 6 days now. So yeah, come check me out. And I'm here every Wednesday. And next week, we will be starting a new guild, a new Ravnica guild, and going through February under a new guild. So I think we will be exploring the mad scientist biomancer type guild, the Simic Combine. So nice. Yeah, we'll be doing that for February. We'll be mad scientisting it up a little farther away from the justice for all and more experiment kind of a motif. So join us for that. And Scrat, again, players, you guys were absolutely made it amazing. And had a great time. Scrat, thank you so much for having me. As always, a wonderful time.
So good to have you.
Inclusive and wonderful community.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What was my favorite part? My favorite part this week is Selfish, because I don't get to use the slow spell very often, and I always love it when people realize how good the slow spell is. Like, oof. Love it. But actually, no, that's not quite my favorite moment, because my favorite moment, and I hope it was clipped, was Ajuja's response to the "how does it feel?" question, which absolutely blew me away. So thank you for that. Next, let's go through our channel announcement. So first of all, we have our social links. Check out our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. At Discord, we've got a safe, inclusive community where you can come and talk about TTRPGs and all the other wonderful things. You can also check out our Twitter. Send me a DM and I'll get you a game. We play D&D 5e twice a week, Cypher System, and Ryutama, all of which have spaces for new players. And YouTube, you can catch up on all the games over on YouTube. We also have a Patreon. You can support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And every dollar really makes a big difference. And we greatly appreciate you. Thank you very much. We also have merch available over on Redbubble. Go and check out the Redbubble where you can get a crest on your chest. And lastly, we have sponsors. We have Bird in the Storm Publishing. It's fine, Dream. It's fine. I'll go back and grab a highlight of it. Bird in the Storm Publishing create content for D&D and other TTRPGs in the form of modules. If you check out the YouTube, you can find the Clearing the Midnight Wield game, which is available right now. And we also have Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press created the Dark Matter Alpha, a 5e expansion which allows you to play in a sci-fi universe. We use it to play in space on Thursdays at 10 PM EST. We look forward to seeing you there. We also have some stuff down in the panels. Check out tabletoploot.com, erasavad.com, and ruinc.com, each of which you can get between a 10 and 15% discount using my codes. There's 3 different codes, so check out the panels for which one's relevant. But you can use that to get some dice, get yourself some accessories like dice trays and bags, or get yourself some maps and cartography lessons. Yeah. Today, we are going to go and raid a good friend of the channel. They play with us every Tuesday at 10 PM. It is Madam Gandalf.
Stay tuned for her raid video.
Oh, she has the best raid response. The absolute best. You are in for a treat. So, without much further ado, everyone, thank you for coming to play today. Until next time, keep on evoking emotions, and we'll see you later. Bye!